They buried him. They actually thought they could end Seth Rollins. WWE brass sat back, crossed their arms, and watched as Bron Breakker, this overhyped, roided-up pitbull, put the architect on the shelf for a month. And you know what the worst part is? Half of you celebrated it. Half of you sitting there right now clicked on videos saying Bron Breakker is the future and Seth Rollins is washed. Well, guess what happened on Smackdown? The visionary just walked back through those curtains, and he's coming for blood. But before we get into the most electrifying return of the year, smash the like button right now if you're tired of WWE disrespecting their legends. And if you think Seth Rollins is about to end Bron Breakker's little power trip, hit that subscribe button because we're about to break down exactly why this feud is about to explode into the biggest thing in wrestling. Let's talk about what really happened here. For 4 weeks we've watched Bron Breakker strut around like he owns the place. This guy's been running through the roster like it's a college scrimmage. He speared CM Punk. He dismantled Sami Zayn. He's been cutting promos talking about the new generation and how the old guard needs to step aside. The disrespect is unreal. And WWE? They've been feeding him. They've been serving up their established stars on a silver platter so this genetic freak can pad his highlight reel. But Seth Rollins? Seth doesn't forget. Seth doesn't forgive. And Seth damn sure doesn't step aside for anybody. When Rollins' music hit on SmackDown, the arena erupted. I mean, the roof nearly came off the building. And you could see it in Bron Breakker's eyes that split second of, oh crap, what have I done? Because Breakker can beat up Sami Zayn all he wants. He can spear mid-carders until the cows come home. But Seth freaking Rollins? That's a different animal. That's a Grand Slam champion. That's a WrestleMania main eventer. That's the man who has carried WWE on his back for the last decade while guys like Bron were still learning how to cut a promo. And here's where WWE is playing with fire. They're booking this like it's David versus Goliath, except they're trying to make Bron the underdog. Are you kidding me? This man is built like a brick house, has a famous last name that opens every door in the industry, and has been booked as an unstoppable monster for months. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins, the guy who revolutionized what it means to be a WWE superstar, is supposed to be the villain here? Make it make sense. Let's rewind to how we got here, because this story is deeper than most people realize. A month ago, Seth Rollins was feuding with Bronson Reed, right? He was in the middle of this intense rivalry, and out of nowhere, Bron Breakker inserted himself. No storyline reason. No build-up. Just pure, unadulterated jealousy. Because that's what this is about. Bron Breakker sees Seth Rollins getting the spotlight, getting the reactions, getting the respect, and he can't stand it. So what does he do? He attacks Seth from behind like a coward, hits him with a devastating spear, and puts him on the injured list. Now WWE wants us to cheer for this guy? They want us to believe he's the future of the business? Let me tell you something about the future of the business. It's built on respect. It's built on paying your dues. It's built on earning your spot, not having it handed to you because your uncle is Rick Steiner and your dad is a legend. And that's the cold, hard truth that nobody in WWE management wants to admit. Seth Rollins earned everything he has. He grinded in bingo halls. He bled in Ring of Honor. He revolutionized wrestling in the Shield. He became the architect of his own destiny, literally. That's his nickname, and he did it without a famous last name opening doors. So when Bron Breakker stands across from him and acts like he's owed Seth's spot, that's not confidence. That's entitlement. And can we talk about the timing of this return? SmackDown is in absolute chaos right now. Roman Reigns is playing mind games with the Bloodline. Cody Rhodes is preparing for whatever comes next. LA Knight is trying to reclaim his momentum. The women's division is on fire. And into this environment walks Seth Rollins, battered, angry, and ready to prove that the new generation isn't ready for prime real estate on his show. Because let's be clear about something, SmackDown might as well be called the Seth Rollins Show. Every time this man appears, ratings go up. Social media explodes. Merchandise flies off the shelves. He could read the phone book in the ring and people would be glued to their screens. That's not hype, that's facts. Check the numbers. Check the metrics. Seth Rollins is money, and Bron Breakker is trying to rob the bank. Now here's where this gets really interesting. The match hasn't been officially announced yet, but everyone knows it's coming. It has to happen. You can't have Seth Rollins return, stare down Bron Breakker, and not deliver the payoff. And when this match happens, whether it's at the next premium live event or on some random SmackDown, it's going to be carnage. But here's my problem with how WWE is likely going to book this. There's a pattern in WWE lately where they sacrifice their proven stars to build up the next big thing. They did it with Cena and Roman. They tried it with Goldberg and Bray Wyatt. They're obsessed with this idea that you have to tear down the old to build the new. And that's garbage. You know what actually builds stars? Having them earn victories against top guys in competitive matches. Not squashing legends. Not ending careers. Earning it. If Bron Breakker beats Seth Rollins clean in their first match back, it's going to be a catastrophe. The fans will revolt. Because we're not stupid. We see what's happening. We see WWE trying to force-feed us this monster push, and we're tired of it. We want our favorites to be treated with dignity. We want storytelling that makes sense. We want to believe that experience, skill, and heart actually matter in wrestling. And let's talk about what Seth brings to this feud that Bron simply cannot match: psychology. Seth Rollins is a master storyteller in that ring. Every move means something. Every facial expression tells a story. Every promo cuts to the bone. Bron Breakker? He can do a gorilla press. He can hit a Frankensteiner. Cool. But can he make you feel something? Can he make you believe that this match matters beyond just two guys fighting? That remains to be seen. This is Seth's opportunity to do what he does best: elevate someone while still proving he's the best. That's the magic of Seth Rollins. He can make Bron Breakker look like $1 million and still walk out as the most compelling character on the show. That's not a talent you can teach. That's not something you inherit from your family legacy. That's pure, undeniable excellence. And speaking of excellence, let's address the elephant in the room. There are people, probably some of you watching right now, who think Seth should just pass the torch and move on. To those people I say, why? Why should Seth Rollins, who's in the best shape of his career, who's cutting the best promos of his life, who's having incredible matches every single time he steps in that ring, step aside for someone who hasn't proven anything yet? Bron Breakker has potential? Great. So did half the Performance Center. Potential means nothing until you prove it on the biggest stages. Seth Rollins has main event WrestleMania. He's held every major championship. He's had Match of the Year contenders with everyone from AJ Styles to Edge to Cody Rhodes. He's earned the right to stay on top until someone legitimately beats him for it. Not injures him in a cheap attack. Beats him in a fair fight. This match, whenever it happens, needs to be a classic. It needs to be the kind of match that people remember for years. Because if it's just another monster squash, if it's just Bron hitting 3 spears and getting the pin, then WWE has learned nothing from their past mistakes. They'll have wasted one of the best performers of this generation to build up someone who might not even be on the main roster in 5 years. We've seen this movie before. But if they do this right, if they let Seth and Bron go out there and have a war, if they let Seth show why he's a generational talent while Bron proves he can hang with the best, then we might actually have something special. Then we might actually believe that Bron Breakker is more than just a genetic freak with a famous last name. Then we might actually care about his push. The ball is in WWE's court now. They've brought Seth Rollins back. They've set up the confrontation. The fans are invested. Social media is buzzing. The stage is set. Don't mess this up, WWE. Don't sacrifice your proven commodity for your science experiment. Give us the match we deserve. Give us the storytelling we crave. Give us a reason to believe in both of these guys. And to you watching this video right now, if you're as fired up about this as I am, if you think Seth Rollins is about to cook Bron Breakker, or if you think I'm completely wrong and Bron is the real deal, drop a comment below. Let's debate this. Let's get into it. Because this is what wrestling is all about: caring so much about these characters and these storylines that we can't help but argue about them. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we're going to be covering every second of this feud as it develops. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, if this got you hyped for what's coming next, leave a like on this video so YouTube knows to show this to more wrestling fans who need to see what's really going on. Seth Rollins is back. Bron Breakker better be ready. And we're all going to witness what happens when the Visionary goes to war with the Pitbull. This is Pro Wrestling Alert, and the revolution will be televised. Let's go.